Hey guys, what's up? So, I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video. My daughter and I have been really sick, along with the, million other stinking things I got going on with me health-wise. I needed to get the flu. So, still feeling really crappy, but I am antsy and wanting to do something. So here we are, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I am going to make a pumpkin. Now, one of my subscribers had a comment that she said about wouldn't it be cool to do a lot of glitters instead of like the other ones where I made like glitters with the other colors mixed in, the oranges and the browns, and I did like these as the glitters. So she thought, wouldn't it be cool if we did all just glitter, just started chunking a bunch of fall glitters in there, right? So I thought, hey, that's a great idea. Let's try it with all like glitters and stuff like that. Now, I also was thinking it is time for me to get another pumpkin mold. So I got some more pumpkin molds on the way, different ones. They're not the same as this. And I got another one of this, but I also got some other ones that are like different shapes and stuff. So, and I also got my new froggy molds on the way as well, and some other things. So, anyhow, getting off track, Brandy. I thought, wouldn't it be cool if we took some pretty fall colored flowers and we put them down in the bottom and along the sides and stuff. You guys, there's glitter everywhere in my room. Okay, but anyhow, then I've been dying to put lights in something because I have not done it yet. So I was thinking, put some flowers down in here and around, right? We can throw some fairy lights down in here, and then we can put different colored fall glitters in. Now, you guys, I got so many different fall colored glitters. And I need to use these little packs up because I got a million of them and they're just laying everywhere. So I thought, well, mismatch, some is probably not this color. That's kind of too yellowy. Ugh. Toss that one out. But we'll use these fall colored glitters and we will just start chucking all different colors in there. Now this glitter is a gold, but it's like a holographic gold. So I'm not sure if we're going to use this one or not yet. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And then I was also thinking about throwing some of these like gold leafing foils and some like these coppery colored foils in there. Throw them in there too somehow. Chuck it all in. I don't know. We're just going to get it, get it in there. So this is my plan, not plan so far. Now what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna move all these off to the side, get these out of the way for now, and we are going to take our lid and we're going to paint the inside of the little stem, and I'm going to do it with the maple by Let's Resin, the intense maple. We're going to put that down in here. Oh, you guys, I have an awesome idea for my next video. You guys have to see. I don't even know what we're going to get into because I haven't even 100% like made up my mind yet, but I really absolutely love my fairy inspired pumpkin jar that I did. And what I want to do is make a fairy inspired jar. This mold, the jar with the lid, okay? I want to make a fairy inspired jar and lid. Kind of how I did the pumpkin, but different. And I'm even thinking about chucking some lights in this, the fairy one too. But anyhow, I digress. We're getting off track. I'm very good at that. Very good at being all over the place, you guys. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this maple, this intense maple by Let's Resin. We're gonna put it down in the stem. We're gonna get it all down in there, get it coated good. So I made a big boo-boo on another project I did, and I'm really pooey about it because I was hoping that it was going to turn out cool, but it did not. I don't know what I did wrong with it. If anybody out there, okay, that works with mixed mold can help me on this question. I painted my mold, my pumpkin mold, with these intense powders, and then I put mixed mold in it. I've seen a lot of other people do it where they painted the mold with chameleon powders and stuff like that, and then put mixed mold in, and it stuck to the mixed mold. Mine didn't. Mine was like patchy. Some spots it stuck to, some it didn't. So I'm not really sure what happened, what I did wrong. And I don't know why it really didn't stick to it. But anyhow, if anybody out there knows about mixed mold and about burnishing on chameleon powders and stuff like that to the mold and then pouring the mixed mold, if you guys could let me know, give me some tips and stuff, or tell me, like, is there a trick to it? Did I do something wrong? I don't know. I literally just painted it onto the mold and then mixed the mixed mold and I dumped it in. So I don't know. I don't know what I did. And like I said, I've seen other people doing the same thing, and theirs turned out. So I don't know what in the world happened with mine, why it didn't work right. And like I said, I don't know if I did something wrong or if there's like a trick to it. I don't know, you guys. But if anybody can help me with that situation, leave me a comment down in the comments and let me know what I did wrong, or let me know if there's like a trick or something to it, so that way I can try it again, because I really want to do like this maple color on the mold and then do the, you know, have it be the color of my pumpkin with the mixed mold. So anybody who can help me, I appreciate it ahead of time. I really want to figure it out because I got like so many ideas to do with the colors and with the different, you know, with mixed mold with the pumpkins and stuff. So, well, not just the, you know, pumpkin mold, but like other molds as well. So I really want to try to figure it out so that way I can make different stuff, you guys. I want to make some jars. I want to do some candles. I want to do some cute little like home decor things. I got so many ideas, but I need to figure out how to get it to work before I try to get all home decor-y, huh? So this little stem in this pumpkin mold is a pain in the badootie to get down in all the way. And most of the time I don't really worry about it because I'll do like the gold or the copper or, you know, silver or whatever. And then whenever I demold it, if there's a couple little spots that are messed up, then I just take my chrome markers and I touch up, you know, the spots that are messed up. But because I'm doing it in this color, I don't have a matching marker to this to the intense maple color. So trying to make sure I get it good. So let's try to get some of this out, and then let's touch up some of the spots I just marked up like a dingbat. Oh, Lord. Alright, you guys. We're just gonna call it done. If I have to end up touching it up with like the copper marker or something instead because it doesn't work, then that's fine. I'll figure it out later. But that's that so far. And then we'll get a baby wipe and some alcohol. And we'll clean up around the edges a little bit here to get that excess out of there. I'm not like really 100% worried about it being perfect or anything because, you know, we're gonna have all the other glitters and colors and stuff in there anyhow, so it's not like if it spreads over a little bit or out into the other spots, it's not gonna matter. You're not gonna really see it or anything, so it's not a huge deal for it to be 100% perfect on the inside of the lid here. But I try to at least get, you know, the worst of it off. And then we are going to go mix up some resin. I see a spot I just Must have bumped it with the brush or something. Okay, guys. So now we are going to put this aside for a second. And then we are going to take this and not like it really matters if there's little spots of glitter down in there, because there's about to be a lot more, but we are going to, let's just move this out of the way, grab some flowers out of here. These are so pretty. We're gonna take some of these flowers. Whoop. And I'm just gonna break off this hard stem piece, and we're going to put these down in the bottom along the sides here the best we can, the whole way around. You guys, we're going to just lay these down in here along the sides. And then again, I'm just breaking off that really thick piece on the bottom. We're gonna stuff these down in here. Now, you guys, I've never done this before at all. Not at all. Not with flowers. Not with the lights. Nothing. None of this stuff. I just kind of thought it up, and we're gonna wing it. See what happens. The worst that's gonna happen is it'll end up being something on my shelf or dresser, or somebody else comes along and sees it, likes it, wants to have it, they can have it. You know what I mean, guys? So I mean, I'm hoping for the best, but we all know working with resin is unpredictable at times, and sometimes we end up with things that are a little questionable. Like, oh my lord, what were you thinking, right? But we're gonna hope for the best here. So I'm just taking some flowers, chucking it along down the side. I thought about putting instead of doing completely all 100% just glitters, I thought about adding in a little bit of color, but I'm not sure yet if I want to put color in it or not yet. So I kind of want to stick to the whole let's do everything in glitter thing, but we'll see how I feel once we get there. We get the resin mixed up and we get everything ready. Now I am gonna mix my resin up off camera, but I will come back and mix all the different glitters and stuff with you guys, because my resin's kind of on the other side of my room. If you guys haven't seen any of my other videos yet, I've explained this. It is a pain but it is something that I am working on. Hopefully we get hopefully we find our new home that we're going to be going and looking at some places. So hopefully we can get one of them that we are going to look at, and we can get things set up a lot better for the videos and such. I'm trying to push these flowers up against like the outside edge and then put these ones in behind the other ones. I don't really know how well this is gonna work, you guys, but I'm trying. Let's push these ones out, and these ones need to go behind. Like that. Like that. What I'm trying to do is kind of like the first set of flowers we put in, I want them like more on the outside edge, okay, and then these ones I want more on towards the inside. So I'm trying to like make sure they're positioned as well as I can. Now obviously, you know, the resin world, the resin's going to go where the resin wants to go. The flowers are probably going to float around, and you know, but I'm gonna try the best I can to position them the best I can. Let's see here. Take these hard bottoms off. Now, if you guys don't want to, you know, take the longer stemmy pieces off, you don't have to, obviously. I just wanted to try to get a lot of the flowers in, so I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting rid of some of the stems in that. Okay. I mean, obviously we have stems in there, but I'm trying to make sure that it's not like a bunch of stems with a bunch of little tiny flowers. And I want a lot of flowers in here because I don't want, like, I know some of them are gonna kind of get like hidden because of the glitters and stuff, so I'm trying to make sure we can get as much flowers in here as I can to make sure that we are getting some of the flowers to come through, if that makes sense, guys. So I am stuffing it pretty full with flowers. We're going to put a couple more down in some areas here. I have an idea for another one too that I'm gonna do, but it's not gonna be like necessarily fall themed. It's I want to do one with like roses and stuff because I want to make some rose candles. So I have some rose petals and all kinds of other stuff that I want to put in. That's gonna stick up a little bit, so let's take them off. And it's not gonna be perfect because these flowers are going to move in the resin, and you guys know it's kind of does its own thing, which is a beauty of the resin as well, you know, that it kind of does its own thing, because not any one project's ever going to be the same, which I love about resin. Okay, so that's that. We got quite a bit of flowers in there, and it does look pretty even as far as around the edges. Just trying to pull some of these other ones up a little bit more. There we go. Because I want these ones to be more on the outside. Okay, I think that's pretty good, you guys. Put these back in the bag. And then we are going to go on a brief pause real quick while I go mix up the resin, and then I will be right back. Okay guys, be back in a second. Alright guys, we're back. So I got some resin mixed up here. Normally when I make this pumpkin jar mold here, I just use regular resin. Now, saying that, it does tend to like flash cure when you use regular epoxy resin. Now, I've never had it flash cure to the point where like caught fire or like made it warp or misshapen in colors or anything like that, but it does, like, in a sense, flash cure. It gets super hot, and I mean, no kidding you guys, like the bottom of this jar will cure in the matter of like 20 minutes, half an hour, because of the flash cure thing. But I don't want that to happen this time because of the fact that I'm putting the lights in there, and I'm worried that if I put the lights in and it would do that flash cure thing, I'm worried that it might ruin the lights. So I decided that I was just going to use deep pour resin. Now, because I'm using the deep pour resin, it is going to take longer for it to cure, obviously. So it's going to take a couple days for this video to be completed and get out to you guys. But I feel like, in the sense of keeping it safe and making sure the lights don't get ruined and stuff like that, I would rather just go ahead and use the deep pour. I had a little bit left from another project I was doing, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the rest of what was left in that jar and just go ahead and do this, just to be on the safe side. Now, anybody who has issues with lights flashing or anything like that, here's your warning. These lights do go through 3 settings. It goes through flashing, fast, slow, and then solid. In order to get to the solid, you have to go through the flashing, so I apologize ahead of time for the fact that it is going to flash. So while we're waiting for the resin to kind of degas a little bit so we can start mixing our glitters and stuff like that, we're going to get these lights untangled and get them inside of the jar. I almost completely forgot about the fact that I was putting these in there until I started getting ready to mix my resin, and I was like, oh no, wait, we forgot to put the lights in there. So I thought, well, we'll hurry up and get them in there while we're waiting for the resin to kind of degas a little bit, and we start mixing the glitter colors and stuff like that, figure out the rest of what we're going to do with the pumpkin. Oh my, you guys, these lights are all kinds of tangled. Yep, I should have definitely done this before I mixed the resin and stuff. Like I said, I totally slipped my mind about the fact that we were putting these in there. So let's see if we can get these untangled. My. Are we about there? I think so, guys. So I want to put, this has got to be at least, you know, the box has got to sit out of it at least a little bit, like this, I would say. Right like that would probably be the best. And then we're just going to shove these lights down and around here the best we can, and hopefully we can, we'll see the lights and the flowers through the glitter and stuff like that. So I'm having a time, you guys, because my hands are like total poo right now with the weather being so awful lately, and the cold always does it for me. Alright, let's just shove these in here. Now I'm expecting for the lights to probably float a little bit. I'm kind of already insinuating that's gonna happen, so I'm trying to take that into account, as well as the flowers are probably going to float a little bit on me, which is fine. It's fine. And I'm also trying to make sure that we see some of the flowers. I'm trying to make sure that we see some of the lights, you know, shining through. I'm trying to make sure that we get a good mixture of flowers, lights, glitter. There is a kind of bare spot here. I'll move some of these flowers over a little bit this way. Alright, you guys. Now hopefully this works. My. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like with the lights on, the flowers in there. Like I said, I could have put more flowers in there, you know, but I didn't want to make it like so like in your face overloaded with just flowers. I kind of wanted the glitters, the fall glitters, to kind of be the star of the show more than just, you know, a bunch of flowers. So it's kind of like, you know, I'm hoping that it's going to be a nice little mixture of everything. Let's move some of these over. Just so we can kind of get a little bit of it even. It's not going to be, but try to do the best we can anyhow. Okay, so the other thing is, I'm not sure if I want to mix in some solid colors as well as the glitters. I don't know, you guys. Kind of want to mix in like some bronzy, like chestnut color and some like golds, and I kind of want to mix in some like little, not a lot obviously, but I kind of want to throw in some of them like darker colors and lighter colors, solid colors too. I don't want a lot, like I said, because of the flowers and the lights. I want them to be the star of the show along with the glitters. So I'm going to grab some cups, some little mixing cups here. These little bathroom, I love these because like projects like this where I want a bunch of different separate things, especially glitters. I have a bunch of little silicone cups, but they are such a pain in the butt to clean all them glitters out of. This, I can scrape it and throw it away. It's done. Grab some popsicle sticks to mix my glitters and colors. Yep, see? There's glitter everywhere, you guys. Literally. I am so excited to do the fairy jar. Alright, so let's figure out. We're definitely going to do some of this holographic like brown color, which is one of the ones I did in my last pumpkin jar. I mixed this forever, you guys, and I just feel like it's not mixed all the way yet, but I mixed it forever and ever and ever and let it sit and mixed it again. But let's see here. We're going to just kind of smash some colors together. I did get another bag of this glitter. I absolutely love this glitter. I got it from Temu, but I really like it. It is a beautiful color, especially for fall. It's so pretty. Just put a little bit more in there. And then I'm just gonna put this spoon aside here for a second, so I can see if I need any more glitter. Ooh, that's so beautiful, man. I absolutely love this glitter. It is so pretty. I think it's only like $2 or something like that for a baggie of it. It's very affordable and definitely worth it because it's gorgeous. And like, it's very fall, and it's like, can be Thanksgiving, fall. Look at that. It is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love it. So we're gonna take some of it and we're gonna put it down in with the, actually what I want to do first is I want to put some of this clear down in there first before I start putting any colors in or glitters or anything else. Let's get some clear down in there. Although I'm not mixing the glitters like really super heavy, I kind of wanted some of the clear down in the bottom first to separate out for the flowers and that. And I'm leaving the lights on because I want to make sure that like we're still able to kind of like see just putting some of this in here too, but I want to make sure that we can still see the lights, so I'm just gonna kind of like leave them on. Oh guys, it wouldn't be a video with me if I was not making a mess. So, Lord, I'm sorry you guys, my head's in the way. Alright. We got some pretty clear down in there. We got some of this beautiful fall colored glitter in there. So let's get this out, as much of it as we can. Alright. There's a pretty decent amount of clear down in the bottom. Probably more than I really wanted there to be. It's probably too much, but that's okay. So next we are going to figure out what our next color is. Or do we want to do more just glitters? Squeezing that down into the stem just to make sure that it's getting down in there good. Alright, you guys. Let's see here. What other colors do we want to do? I think we definitely need some like golds. So let's take a little bit more resin in the cup, and then we will take some gold glitter. This is like a lighter gold. We'll dump it in there, the whole packet, and then let's put let's just put a little bit of this What's Resin gold mica powder in it too. I don't know if I'm making a mistake by doing this or not, but just to give it a little bit of solidity, I guess would be the word. I don't know what the word to use. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so that's kind of still pretty thin as far as like glitter to resin ratio. So let's put this gold in there too. Woo! Glitter flying everywhere, you guys. Which is okay with me. There's about to be more as soon as I'm done with this video and I start making my fairy jar. It's gonna be all kinds of colors flying. Alright, so that's them two gold colors mixed together, which is very pretty. And then let's put a little bit more of this gold mica in there. Oh yeah. That is beautiful, you guys. And I don't even like gold that much. I am not a gold person. But a lot of people that order stuff from me like gold. And they like the pink and gold mixtures, the black and gold mixtures. So I try to keep a good stock of gold stuff. Alright, now let's go ahead and put a little tiny drop in some spots on the lid. So we have a little bit of it on there. And then I'm just dumping it right over the top, you guys. Like, we're not doing it in any, like, special. We're just dumping it right over the top. Just hope and pray it all kind of mixes together beautifully. I love having a plan or a pattern sometimes for certain projects, and then certain projects, you know, kind of like this one, I just like the resin to kind of do its own thing, to go where it wants to go, to mix how it wants to mix, and just do its own thing, because resin is such a beautiful thing and can make such beautiful designs and patterns on its own. I cannot. I love doing resin. It's honestly, I think, the only thing that really keeps me like upbeat and going anymore, other than my daughter. I mean, she's my life, my light, my world. But she's getting older and, you know, has a boyfriend and a life of her own, and kind of wants to go and do her own thing. And mom's got to find stuff to do with herself. Because, you know, her and I, it was just her and I when she was growing up, and we did everything together, and I was part of, you know, school volunteering and functions. I was a cheer coach for many years. She did dance and gymnastics and sports and just about every little thing you can imagine, band, volleyball. So I was always, you know, staying busy with her, doing things. We were always together. So it's kind of weird now having her be turning into a grown woman and off doing her own thing while mom's at home. Let's kind of, I feel like this glitter is just floating, and the flowers are kind of like getting smashed down. So let's kind of mix it around a little bit. Okay. What kind of colors do we want to put in here? Now, just looking to make sure it's not getting like too dark anywhere. Let's see. Let's throw some like colors in there now. Not a lot, just a little bit kind of in between the glitters. So we have something. Let's do a little bit of this chestnut color. we don't have to make it like super dark, you know what I mean? Like we can just kind of make it a little bit on the lighter side where it's still, you know, a little bit translucent. It doesn't have to be like completely opaque, but it looks like it's gonna be because I did put quite a bit in there for just a little bit of resin. It's okay, it's fine. It's the Wax Resin Chestnut color. It's a really, really pretty color. So, oh my, you guys, that's beautiful color. So, again, kind of just drizzle it around a little bit in the lid so we can get a nice mix of colors in the lid to match the jar. We need to make sure we get everything together. And then same thing, we're just gonna pour it straight down over the middle, you guys. Oh yeah, you guys. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. But I'm hoping it turns out pretty. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be pretty either way, but okay. Yeah. Let's kind of get some little swirls down in here with that color, with this bronzy chestnut color, because it's like dripping down in there in places. Oh yeah, it's so pretty, you guys. Kind of looks like floating color. Okay, so we got that. I know, before everybody starts yelling at me, I should have gloves on and not be touching the resin. I know. But okay, so we got, let's put this darker brown in here. I think we're going to put these aside because I feel like there's quite a bit of glitter in here already, and I feel like if we put like them two golds in there too, I feel like it's gonna be like too much gold. So we'll put those aside for another project down the road. Well, this glitter color is really pretty. I don't really know how much of the flowers we're really gonna see, but okay, so I think we're going to just take the clear and put the rest clear for the pumpkin. And then the lid, this, I just want to make sure that the pumpkin doesn't end up getting too dark to where the lights don't come through, none of the flowers you can't see. I just want to kind of make sure that we're still able to see that stuff. So I'm just going to fill it the rest of the way with clear. And then we need to mix up some more for that, for the lid. But I think what we're gonna do for that is we are gonna do more glitter through that. This, we're just gonna let it kind of do its own thing, and hopefully it'll like swirl and mix and do whatever it's gonna do. Let me kind of get an idea. What is going on inside of this little pumpkin here? Okay. Yeah, I don't really know how much of the flowers we're gonna see, you guys, but I hope we see some of them. Alright. This needs to stay down in there. How am I going? To stay in there. Okay. Let's kind of just swirl this stuff around up here on top. See what we get. Alright, now take my heat gun. Apologize for the noise. I'm gonna try to get some of these bubbles. Oops, sorry guys. I am going to take this pumpkin and go move it over on my drying stand real quick while we are then going to finish the lid. This wire keeps floating back up to the top and I don't want it to. Alright, let's see if I can move this over to my drying area without spilling it. Alright guys, now let's do something with this lid the rest of the way. Smudge this around a little bit wherever. And I'm thinking what we're gonna do is we're going to put some resin in here and then we're going to, what color? Mix some colors together just to kind of let's do a little bit more of the chestnut and a little bit more gold. Let's throw a little bit of this gold glitter in. Let's see what that gives us, you guys. Oh my. Yeah, that's pretty. It's got the gold glitters and stuff in it, but it's also got like the chestnutty hues to it. That is very pretty. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but that is beautiful. And we're just going to finish filling up this lid with it. What we're gonna do is take a little micro brush and we're going to get underneath this lid a little bit to make sure we don't get any bubbles down in here. Alright, let's see if we can get some of these bubbles out the lid here. Fill this up the rest of the way. Oh, that was perfect. That was a perfect amount there, you guys. Holy couldn't have done that one again, huh? Okay. All right. This is filled up. And we still got a little bit of resin left in here. It's polluted because it's got glitter in it, so I'll have to try to figure out what to do with that. But that is it for the pumpkin jar. Once it is completely dried and cured, we will come back and demold it and see what we got. Hopefully it's pretty. Cross your finger, guys. Bye. Little update on our pumpkin jar. Had a little bit extra left over, so I dumped it in the little mushroom. But lights are still working. And it's starting to cure up. Woohoo! Can't wait to take it out and see what it looks like. Okay, everybody, here's our pumpkin. It didn't really turn out the way I really had thought it was going to. It's a lot darker. I'm kind of regretting putting the darker colors and stuff in there because you really cannot see the flowers very much. I was kind of hoping to see the flowers a little bit more, but nevertheless, it's still kind of cute, and the lid kind of don't really match either. It's a lot lighter of a gold, and then this is darker here, so I'm debating on whether or not just to make a different lid for it, like just with this glitter, so that it would kind of match in a little bit better. But this is with the lights on in it, and I feel like most of the lights kind of like went more towards the center than the outside, which is kind of the reason why it's not like showing through very much with the lights. Because if you look inside, look how bright the lights are on the inside. So it must have, the lights must have got pushed more towards the center than the outside. And yeah, that's all stuff I should have checked. But this is the first time I've ever made anything with lights in it. So it was a learning lesson to be had. I am going to make another video here today. I'm going to be doing, we're not going to do another pumpkin, but what we are going to do is one of these little jars with the screw-on lids, and I'm going to do it like fairy type themed. I got like this little holographic sticker that I'm thinking about putting in the top of the lid. And then I got a bunch of other stuff too I was thinking about. Instead of doing like the more solid colors like I did in this, I'm just going to do like translucent dye, liquid dye, instead of like doing glitters or mica powders that are going to be darker. I got some of these really pretty pink flowers I'm debating on whether to do pink and purple or just do pink. So I got some pretty pink flowers. I got some of these like pink glass like stone things. I got some really pretty pink glitter. I got some stones. I got like pink stars. And I got these like acrylic like little acrylic like stone things. Beads. I'm not sure what they call them. I'm pretty sure they call them like acrylic beads. But yeah, I was thinking about kind of like chucking a little bit of all of this in there and then doing the same thing, putting a set of lights in the jar and see what we can come up with that. I'm not 100% on all this stuff yet because I was just kind of grabbing things and throwing it together to kind of get an idea of some stuff I want to put in there. And like I said, I'm not even 100% sure yet if I want to do all pink or pink and purple. So we'll see what, you know, what I decide to do in the video. It'll be a surprise for all of us, and I think I'm just gonna kind of do a, you know, do it as we go kind of thing, because I feel like when I make more planned projects, they they end up not being what exactly I wanted them to be, and whenever I just wing it, they end up turning out really nice. So I think I'm just gonna kind of wing it with the jar and probably end up making a new lid for this, so that way it's not mismatching looking. And then what I'll do with this lid is I'll put it aside, and then I'll make another candle jar that will match this more. So we'll see what we can come up with, guys. Alright, see you in the next one. Bye, guys.